Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have an interesting one because as much as I like giving out factual information, I also hear a lot of myths, a lot of he said, she said, a lot of bro science and a lot of misinformation. So today I want to try and put some of that to rest with our series on fitness myths. So today we're going to talk about protein. So to first understand a little bit about the myths, we need to understand what protein actually is. So protein is one of the three energy sources for your body known as a macronutrient. So when you hear someone say they're counting their macros, they're counting proteins, carbs, fats. Protein being the key macronutrient we're going to be talking about today. So what is protein? Protein, well, we all know that it's really good for building muscle. We know that it's a very important macronutrient. It's made up of something called amino acids. Now, amino acids are really critical. Apart from making up a large portion of your body right next to water, they're responsible for brain function, for building muscle, for maintaining your immune system, for regulating stress levels, and so on and so on. Amino acids are critical to your body's performance and to its overall well-being and day-to-day running. So amino acids, there's about 500 plus amino acids. Of these, 21 of these are used by our body, and these are called proteinogenic amino acids. So of these 21, 12 of these your body creates, the other 9 your body can't create. These ones are called essential amino acids, and essential amino acids, we get these from the food that we consume from our daily intake, so stuff like fish, chicken, poultry, eggs, dairy, etc., etc. Now, of these 9 essential amino acids, we have 3, and you might have heard of these when you get into talks about supplements, and this is called a branch chain amino acid. There's 3 of them of the 9 EAAs, essential amino acids, that your body needs to get from food sources. Now, these BCAAs are called leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Now, of these 3, the most important by far is leucine. It basically links to mTOR, which is a process whereby we use enzymes to create muscle fiber, thereby building protein source, creating more muscle. Now, the bad thing about these amino acids are they can't be stored, so amino acids need to be consumed daily. Alright, so how do we get these amino acids? Obviously, through the protein that we eat day to day. Now, you might be asking yourself, sort of like, where does it say how much protein I need to eat? Now, there's a little bit of you could do this, you could do that. There's not actually a concrete defined value of how much protein your body needs. But anywhere, usually what we'd recommend as a safe value is 0.8 grams per kilo of body weight per day. Generally, that will give 65 grams there or thereabouts for the average male and about 50 grams for a female. Now, if you're an athlete and you're looking to put on muscle, your daily protein intake might be higher. Now, the important thing to know about protein is it has a higher thermic value than carbs and fats, so it has a natural propensity to help you burn fat. However, the first myth I want to get out of the way is people will say, let's just take bodybuilders as a radical example. If you're trying to lose weight, people recommend you go on a high protein diet and limit your carbs and fats. They'll also say if you want to gain weight, you should lower your protein but increase your carbs and fats, simply because protein has a higher thermic value, so it would burn more fat, right? Help you shed that weight. Yes and no. what it comes down to is CICO. C-I-C-O. Calories in, calories out. If you're burning more calories than you're taking in, you're going to lose weight, plain and simple. Doesn't really get much simpler than that. And a lot of people, when I tell them this, they sort of go, no, surely there must be another secret. No, it's as simple as that. If you want to gain weight, you need to be in a caloric surplus. So what we refer to this as your basal metabolic rate. Basically, if we were to put you in a coma, what is the minimum amount of calories your body would need to sustain itself for healthy body function? If you want to lose weight, exercise or have an output, and that could be limiting your food intake or increasing your activity, have an output that's higher than your input. Vice versa for gaining weight. Alright, so the fitness myth that you need to be on a higher protein diet to lose weight, it is a little bit skewed. Of course, there are exceptions. Some athletes, naturally, when you have a higher output, you'll want to consume more calories. So professional bodybuilders, for example, will be on a higher protein diet, but their body physically has a need for it. So for the general population, calories in versus calories out. Now, when you're counting calories, 1 gram of protein is equivalent to 4 calories. Really helpful to know. Alright, now, apart from working as a personal trainer and online coach, I also work in a supplement store. And one of the big things that you find in supplement stores, protein powder. There's a lot of myths, there's a lot of skepticism, and there's just a lot of misinformation that surrounds protein, protein powder, protein sources. Saying protein a lot. But let's put a few of those myths to rest. And some things are myths and some things are just things people say that irritate me. So, let's get down to the myths. Alrighty. Myth number 1. You need to consume protein straight after you work out, otherwise you're going to miss the anabolic window, bro, and it's all about the gains. If you want to get big and strong, you have to get that protein in as soon as you can. And really. Now, there is some sense to this. If you're doing a workout and you're taxing your body and you're pushing it, past a certain level of intensity, then yes, the science indicates that there would be no value to not having protein. However, what it means is if you do a workout and you wait an hour to consume protein, maybe it's a protein shake or maybe it's protein from food, if you wait that amount of time, it just means your recovery will be delayed by that amount. Doesn't mean you've missed the anabolic window. However, the sooner you can get the protein into you after you've had a workout, the more beneficial and the faster you're going to recover. Myth number 2. High protein diets are bad for your liver, kidneys, your blood lipids. No, that's not true. There have been several studies performed, and particularly on top-level bodybuilders, where they were using in excess of, some people were using 1 gram per pound of body weight, some people were using, anywhere between 1.5 to 2 grams per pound of body weight. For all the Australians and anyone who works in the metric system, you're basically looking at about anywhere between 4.5 up to about, we'll call it about 6 grams. That should be the right conversion. Just excuse me if my math is a little bit off there. But bodybuilders who were eating in a high protein diet, it didn't actually do anything negative for their kidneys, for their liver, or even for their blood lipid levels. Blood work was done and several reports will back it up. So high protein diets, within limit of course, are not necessarily a bad thing. Alrighty. Myth number 3. Protein makes bones brittle. So there's this school of thought that basically protein steals calcium away from the bones. No. That's just a myth. Nothing more to add to that one. Myth number 4, the more protein the better. Because obviously more protein equals more propensity for your body to pack on muscle, more size, more gains, yay! Who wouldn't love that? Nah, not necessarily, unfortunately. And it's sad because we'll see a lot of guys, in particular, and a lot of young guys who are misinformed or haven't educated themselves on how much protein they actually need. And keep in mind, there's a finite amount of protein that your body can absorb at one time. And usually it sits between 25 to 30 grams of protein. That's pretty much a limit that your body can, absorb at any one time. So if you're having 50 to 100 grams of protein, most of that's just going to get excreted out anyway. Like, why waste your money? So, try and make sure you space your protein out throughout the day, small regular meals, and hit your protein count like that. Keep in mind, if your goal isn't like extreme muscle gain and, you're not looking to push yourself that far, 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, it's easy to get that, not a problem. Alright, last one I want to end on. Myth number 5, protein shakes are a gimmick. So as I said, I work in a supplement store, and my suggestion is always try and get your protein from whole foods. However, what if I told you that protein shakes are the best value for money for your protein? One of the best. What I did is I decided to get the cheapest protein that we sell at our store, which is $50 or $49.90 for 2 pounds, nearly a kilo of protein. Within that, you get 24 grams of protein per serve, and there's 28 servings per container. So you'll end up getting 672 grams of protein. Within that serve, you're going to get about 1 gram of total fat, maybe 2. Let's say 2, and that will give us 56 grams of fat. High protein, low fats. Perfect. Now, let's go to our local supermarket. So we spent $50 on a protein shake. Let's buy $50 of a lean beef mince. Let's say, for the purpose of this exercise, I've done the 10% fat lean beef mince. So with this, roughly you're looking about 800 grams, $12, because the leaner the mince is, the higher quality the protein is, so they're going to charge more for it. Within that, if we bought $50 of that lean beef mince, we'd get 680 grams of protein compared to the 672 grams that are in the 2 pound tub of protein. So we spent the same price. There's only an 8 gram variance, not a whole lot. The key is where it comes to in fats. If I got $50 of lean beef mince at 10% lean, I'd have 400 grams of fats compared to my 56 grams of fat within the protein shake. Seems that protein shakes would be the better value for money in terms of protein per pound. However, your lean beef mince will have some amino acids in there. Most of your protein shakes do come standard with some sort of branched chain amino acid or some sort of essential amino acid. So at the end of the day, it's whatever's most convenient for you. Alright guys, we're going to end it there. Keep it nice, short, sharp and sweet. Hopefully you've learned something. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. Thank you for tuning in. This has been our video on protein myths. Till next time. Thank you for watching. Big love to all of you. Thank you for all your support. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram pages at team_GTrain and at Garian_EvansPT, where we post regular content and you'll be alerted when new YouTube videos are dropping as well. Speaking of YouTube, remember to hit that bell button so you can be notified when all my new videos go up. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. GTrain